guys, welcome to another review video. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I will do my best to keep all spoilers out. If you're afraid of getting any type of spoilers, I would suggest maybe clicking off and watching this video later, but I will do my best to keep it spoiler free. Now, I will say about this one, I actually enjoyed it more than the second one, not more than the first one at all. The first Guardians of the Galaxy is great. I don't think either 2 or 3 topped it, but I did enjoy 3 just a little bit more than 2. If you're a fan of Rocket Raccoon, you will love this one. I would say this movie is 85% about Rocket. It tells his origin story, how he was created. It's pretty heavy on animal cruelty and stuff. I know they're all CGI characters, but it is pretty it's really sad. This movie's pretty dark, to be honest. For a guardian, like a silly happy Guardians movie, which is what you normally expect, this movie was dark. So in this movie, Peter Quill's depressed and drunk and sad because he lost Gamora. We know she's back, but it's Gamora from the past, not his Gamora, because she is dead. But when the movie starts off, Peter Quill is just a mess. He's all depressed, all, a mess, right? But then something happens where they all have to band together to save another team member. Like I said, I'm going to keep this as spoiler free as possible. Now, Gamora in this is completely different, right? Which makes sense if you think about it. I know some people thought maybe they could have done without her in this movie, but you can't really do a Guardians movie without Gamora. And it makes sense that she was the way she is. She was more of a Thanos daughter, you know what I mean? More tough and fight, and she didn't have that softness that she develops in the first Guardians movie, which again makes sense because it's a different Gamora. She didn't have the time to, with her Guardians family to grow close with all of them and soften up a bit. So I didn't mind Gamora's character in this, but again, it's not the Gamora that we know and love from the original movie because it's not her. I really enjoyed the back and forth between Nebula and Peter Quill. It was funny. But with one thing that I'm happy that they did not do was the will they won't they with Gamora and Peter Quill. I was a little worried they would do that they would go back to the first Guardians in a sense with him trying to court her. Of course, they do little hints where he's, when they're together, he's, talking about the past Gamora a little bit and, misses her, whatever. But they did not do the will they won't they, and I appreciate that because it was already done in the first one. We didn't need it again. Now, Adam Warlock, I'm not a huge fan of Adam Warlock. I don't know much about him from the comics. I feel like his character was not needed in this. He does do something that I'm not going to spoil that is helpful, but it's as if he was supposed to be a bit of a comedic relief, and he had a couple little funny moments, but I feel like the character overall just wasn't really needed. And anyone who's a big fan of Adam Warlock, I've seen people complaining about it, and I feel like that's valid. He wasn't really needed. Overall, I give this movie a 7.5 out of 10. I feel like that's all I can really get into because I was trying really hard not to make this a spoiler heavy review. If you guys want me to do a spoiler review, let me know in the comments and I got it. All right, did you go see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comments. Bye, guys.